Hi everyone. Today is a magnificent day. The sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and there's even the proverbial gentle breeze. You never know we're living in such dark and uncertain times, but we are, and that's why I wanted to reach out to you today. First, I hope that you and everyone in your family and your circle of friends and your community are staying healthy and strong. It's difficult to do. There's a lot of uncertainty in every aspect of our lives right now. Some of you may own businesses that are being impacted, and others may be facing unemployment. But you're part of the Westchester Refugee Initiative family, and we're here for you. We've been compiling information about food distributions and unemployment insurance for the refugees we serve, but they are not the only ones affected, and all are welcome to that information. You'll find it on our website under COVID-19 response. And we also share and update information in our Facebook group. So if you're not a member, please join the Facebook group. As for Hearts and Homes for Refugees, here's how we're doing. All of our community outreach efforts have been canceled, of course, but our work has only intensified. Program Director Amy Robertson and I are in touch by video and phone several times a day. We hold our weekly team meetings, joined by our intern Elise Strapo, as well as various and valuable and active board members and other partners and individuals. I'm happy to report that everyone is healthy right now. We've been checking in with refugees across the county to see how things are going. In particular, the participants in our Helping Hands program are especially vulnerable. Some have already lost their jobs, and others are reporting being only 2 weeks away from exhausting their financial resources. We're working with Catholic Charities to compile a list of needs. We already know that the most urgent of these is food. So we've been purchasing and distributing grocery gift cards. For the resettled refugees that have community sponsors, we've been sending emails with reliable information on the virus and on food distribution and hotlines for mental health and for domestic violence. We hosted an online conversation group for the refugee women in coordination with the Interfaith Council for New Americans and Neighbors for Refugees, two of our valuable Westchester Refugee Initiative partners. And this weekend, we arranged a conversation group with the men from the refugee community. We were excited to receive a grant recently to help pay refugees who are participating in the Sew at Home mask making projects that benefit those heroes on the front line, the healthcare workers. Not surprisingly, there have been positive cases of coronavirus among the refugees and asylees in Westchester, but we're glad to say that none so far have been severe. You know, refugees are among the most vulnerable in our community, many working in low-paying jobs that are part of essential services, riding public transportation to and from work, and with little life savings to cushion should they lose their job or become ill. Hearts and Homes for Refugees is doing what it can to be a safety net for those families, and we're grateful to each of you who have stepped up to help in so many ways. We have volunteers tutoring via video to keep up on English lessons, dropping off supplies to the doorsteps of homebound families, making calls to check in on refugees, and making donations toward our COVID-19 Impact Fund. Part of my daily routine is to write down a silver lining a day. There have been many. I see the helpers who show up in selfless ways, creating communities of action, sewing masks, feeding and counseling strangers, uplifting neighbors with small and large acts of kindness. How about those healthcare workers and first responder heroes cheering each other on and being cheered by the locals from their windows? I'm struck by an amazing fact. Despite their uncertainties and fears, most people are intentional about being the best versions of themselves. We keep hearing that term. The best versions of ourselves nearly always involve being there for others. Today's silver lining is being able to tell you in virtual person, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do for our work, for what you do for each other. We're here for you, and together we will get through this.